Alrighty, everybody, I'm still here in my little man cave with my jerseys. Nothing special. Didn't do my something special for the tight ends and quarterbacks, but this is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary fantasy football talk for Wednesday, October 27th. Again, this will be my tight end spikes and yikes and quarterback spikes and yikes. I've got seven tight ends and 7 quarterbacks to focus on for the week. First, as I always, or I shouldn't say always, as I usually do, I just want to talk a little bit about my day, I guess. I just got back from watching Dune. I didn't read the books. I think I talked about that a couple days ago, how I really couldn't get into the books. I couldn't follow the storyline very well. Too much going on, too much bouncing around, too many names trying to keep track of. But I watched the movie, so I feel like if I tried to read the books now, I could follow along a lot better because I would have faces to put to the names and stuff like that. When I was talking to the lady who works at the movie theater, she said that a lot of people have said that it's better to watch the movie before you read the book, in this case. So for that exact reason, because you could put all the names, all the faces to the names. My I should say former friend, we haven't talked in a while now, but he used to be my best friend. He is a big Dune fan. He was trying to talk me into reading that book several times, and I tried. Like I said, I tried. And he also said that it was nicer for him to watch the movie, the old movie. There's I guess there's an old version. He watched that movie. He already read the books, but he watched the movie and then reading the books again. It was a lot easier for him to, follow. So I may try to read it again at some point. Something else I wanted to talk about. What the heck was it? Oh, my trip to Southern California is all booked. I'm not really, trying to surprise anybody with this trip. This trip's been something I've kind of been planning for a long time. I bought football tickets to go see the Vikings against the Chargers in SoFi Stadium a long time ago. Back when before the season even started, back when the schedule was originally released. I was super excited by, SoFi Stadium, the brand new stadium in LA, looks amazing. And I was like, I gotta go to that. I gotta go see a game in that stadium. I'm a big Justin Herbert fan. As you know, he's an Oregon Duck. He's an Oregon Duck who's made good, who shut people up about the whole Oregon Ducks can't produce good NFL quarterbacks stupid argument. So neither does Florida State, by the way, and they still haven't, even with James Winston. So stop bashing the West Coast, because some of y'all on the East Coast and the South aren't all that great either. Okay, so anyways, yeah, so I'm really excited to go see the Vikings against the Chargers in SoFi Stadium. I got a weekend trip planned for that. I'm taking Saturday, Sunday, Monday off of work. It was my original plan was to just go Saturday, come home late Sunday night, but as I discovered, tickets flying home from LA to Portland are ridiculously expensive on Sunday night, so I will not be doing that. I will pay to spend another night in Southern California and take another day off from work. That's going to save me more money than to spend the outrageous price of a plane ticket to fly home from LA on Sunday night. So I will stay, come home late Monday night. So I'll fly down there Friday night, spend Friday night, Saturday in San Diego, see as much as I can in San Diego for that day. Take an Amtrak up to LA Sunday morning before the game, get there a couple of hours early, and then I will watch the game in LA on Sunday, and then I'll spend the night in Sunday at a cheap stadium close by, and then explore, that area of LA, which is Inglewood, El Segundo area apparently. Explore that for, the day on Monday before I go home. So it's also the cool thing, the airport, the stadium and my hotel, both moderately close to the airport. So it's a nice, neat little trip, efficient little trip, I'm hoping. And so far, not super expensive either. So yeah, I'm excited for that in a couple of weeks. Anyways, let's get to it. Quarterbacks, spikes and yikes, tight ends, spikes and yikes. Starting with the tight ends, I got 7 and 7. I've got three 3 tight ends that I'm yiking and 4 tight ends I'm liking, and then I've got 4 quarterbacks I'm yiking and 3 quarterbacks I'm spiking. So, maybe hopefully that's not too confusing to follow along with. Tight ends that I don't like: Tyler Higbee at 8. Tyler Higbee just isn't getting the volume really to be considered. I know it's kind of a rough week with Darren Waller sitting on bye and some other stuff, but I don't think Higbee is a top 10 tight end for the week. I haven't, he hasn't really been a starting caliber tight end since his big year, which seems like a decade ago, but I guess it was only a couple years ago. Jonnu Smith at 16, I don't get it. Like, I wouldn't touch Jonnu Smith in a 2 tight end. If I was in a league where I had to start 2 tight ends, I wouldn't touch Jonnu Smith. He's not getting the volume. He's Hunter Henry, who we'll talk about later. Sorry to spoil that surprise. Hunter Henry is massively outproducing Jonnu Smith. So I don't see that changing in the future. And Tommy Sweeney, way down at 23 of the Bills versus Dolphins. I know they've relied very heavily on Dawson Knox this year, but I don't see Tommy Sweeney having a real relevant role in the meantime while Dawson Knox is out. The tight ends I like. Now here's a guy I've been picking on all season, but I love him this week, Robert Tonyan. Robert Tonyan could very well be the number 1 target for Aaron Rodgers this week, tomorrow night, against the Cardinals, as he has his top 3 receivers out. Actually, update, I think Marquez Valdes-Scantling may play tomorrow, but he's not going to be 100%. I still think Tonyan's going to be the guy. And so, Tonyan, we'll see how he can produce in the number 1 spot, in the number 1 role against the Cardinals, but he could be in for a heck of a day. Robert Tonyan. Hunter Henry down at 14. I don't get that either. I don't know why Hunter Henry's not getting more respect. Just like Dawson Knox early in the year, he kept getting disrespected. Hunter Henry has shown that he's a tight end 1 on an almost weekly basis, and especially in a week like this where Waller's out, he should be a top 10. Him and Higbee can flip flop spots. CJ Uzomah at 18. It looks like the Bengals are starting to utilize CJ Uzomah more than they ever have in the past. Trying to kind of turning away from Tyler Boyd in the middle of the field, turning towards CJ Uzomah. Uzomah has had 2 pretty massive weeks. The consistency's not there, but I think after seeing him do it for a couple of games this season, I think 18 is a little low. And Pat Freiermuth at 22. I know I kind of pegged him for a breakout week before, and I was wrong on that. I think with the absence of Juju Smith-Schuster, Pat Freiermuth is going to step in that slot role. They did what the Steelers did invest a very high draft pick on Pat Freiermuth in the last draft. They're very high on him. He's very talented. They got to find a way to utilize him, especially with how bad that offensive line is. They're going to need them quick, short passes to Freiermuth. I think they're going to utilize him in the slot, in the role that Juju Smith-Schuster has now vacated because of injury. And given the bye week, the Steelers hopefully will find a way to enhance their offense and get him more involved. That is my prediction. I could be wrong again. Moving on to the quarterbacks. 4 that I don't like, or 4 that I'm yiking, and they're some big names. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe it's come to this. I'm doing the unthinkable. Patrick Mahomes at quarterback 2 for the week. I don't know if he's going to be a top 5 play, guys. He's something's wrong with him mentally. I think it could be a lot of the stress of being a new father. It could be the stress of his fat paycheck. It may be making him think he needs to do more than he does. The bad defense is probably putting some stress on him. Possibly his brother's antics could be playing a role. Something's off mentally, and it's affecting his game physically. I still think he's the most physically gifted quarterback I've ever seen, but until he gets his head right, I can't have him as a top 5 quarterback right now. Tom Brady is 6, like I mentioned in my last video about defenses. The Saints completely smoked Tampa in both matchups in the regular season last year. I think they've got something on Tom Brady. They figured something out. we're going to see on Sunday, but I'm downgrading Tom Brady out of the top 10 for the week. And Aaron Rodgers at 11, as I've mentioned several times now, he's missing his top 2, probably 3 wide receivers against a pretty good defense. Rodgers, definitely not a QB1 for me this week. I don't know if I would play him. I would play him in a 2 QB league for sure. There's no way he's sitting, but I'm not playing him in a 10-team league. And lastly, Sam Darnold down at 20. Sam Darnold looked really good for the first 3 weeks when they had Christian McCaffrey. We all thought he was another successful survivor of Gaysitis. But that's he's looked awful without Christian McCaffrey. And we don't know when Christian McCaffrey's going to be back. It's probably not going to be this week. Downgrade Sam Darnold. Sit him. He's not even worth starting in a 2 QB league at this point in time. All right, we're at 11 minutes. Still got to do my spikes. Hopefully this stupid thing does not cut me off in the middle of talking because of the lack of memory. I did delete a bunch of stuff. Should be good, hopefully. Crossing my fingers. Spikes, real quickly. Tannehill, 13 against the Colts. I think we saw last week that the Titans and Ryan Tannehill especially figured it out. A.J. Brown looks healthy. A.J. Brown looks good. I think that's what was missing from that offense, honestly. So Tannehill should probably be a QB1 again. Trevor Lawrence is 17 against Seattle. I don't know why. I just have a hunch that coming off the bye week, him and Urban Meyer, maybe and Darrell Bevel got on the same page. I think Lawrence is supremely talented, and Seattle's defense really isn't the Legion of Boom of old. And I like Lawrence with all the weapons that he has at his to throw to. Marvin Jones, Laviska Shenault. I guess they don't have DJ Chark anymore. They still have some good wide receivers. I think Trevor Lawrence can put himself on the map. Possible starter in a 12-team league. Definitely a starter in a 16-team league. And Ben Roethlisberger, 23, just as with Pat Freiermuth, I think Roethlisberger, he's old. He's not good anymore, but he's a prideful guy. The bye week, I think, maybe benefited him mentally and physically, and I think he's going to come out and put up a top 20 week. So having him at 23, a little low for me. I would definitely start, I'd move Roethlisberger into the top 20, probably 20, and downgrade Darnold as I've said. So that's my spikes and yikes for tight ends and quarterbacks. I do, weather permitting, and gas, fuel permitting, which shouldn't be a problem. I can get more gas. I don't like filling up my tank more than once a week. I think car's kind of a gas guzzler, but I do have something kind of sort of special planned for wide receivers and running backs tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, again, weather permitting, or we'll see if I decide to do that in the morning after work and just go over, since I'm already in Portland. I'm already halfway there, but we'll see. But yeah, hopefully you guys will tune in for that. Good luck to lineups. Good luck with everything in life. I want y'all to be happy and live a blessed life. So peace, love, and nacho fries. Good night.